Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, brought to you by the amazing folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also brought to you by Serdike Yamaha, Slumberland Furniture, Slumberland at the Lake, and MoDOT, Eyes Up, Phones Down. And we've got the head coaches from Macks Creek with us here for this show, the Pirates and the Lady Pirates, Mike Phillips and Cody Weaver. First year for both of you at Macks Creek, right?
That's correct.
So tell us your story. What's your journey been to get to Macks Creek?
I have coached in the area a little bit. I coached in the Frisco League at 3 or 4 different schools. I've been coaching for 27 years now, so just finding a small school where I can kind of call home and sit back and kind of build that program back up to where they want it to be again.
Right. And you like this small school feel? It kind of sounds like that's what you love.
I think so. I really like that you get to know everybody pretty well. They get to know you pretty well, and just the there's always going to be a rival when you've got small schools and every game matters kind of thing. So it's always fun to be in that small school rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got one of your rivalries this year when you guys, Macks Creek women and men, travel over to Climax Springs.
Correct.
So we'll have those games on Lake TV. So look forward to that. And Cody, your first year at Macks Creek, tell us about your journey to get there.
So my journey is a little bit of a different one. This is what I would consider technically my first head coaching job ever.
Okay.
Which, when you think about the squad we have this year, that's a blessing in itself. But I was an assistant coach for the Niangua boys, who ended up having 2 really good seasons back-to-back, and we fell to Chadwick. And then I took over the Niangua girls program, and we ended up not having enough for the team at Niangua.
Wow.
And so, I really wanted to be a head coach, and that program just wasn't going where I wanted it to. So one of my fellow coaching friends over at Mountain Grove, Mike Mallow, told me about the Macks Creek job, and he's like, "You need to hop on this. They're a really, really talented group."
Yeah.
And the rest was history from there.
There you go. Okay. So like you said, this is a very talented group of ladies. You've got, I think, 4 seniors on there, right? And they've been knocking on the door the last few years of being one of the best teams in the state. So you take over a pretty good bunch of girls there.
I do, yeah. They've been a blessing to work with so far.
That's cool. Very cool. Is it hard when you come in, though, and you got high expectations?
It's been difficult, yeah, but Coach Dugan before me had done a really, really good job. Obviously, they've had a lot of success, and they've been knocking on the door. So my mindset wasn't coming in and just trying to rewrite the entire script, because obviously they've had success. But, what can I add, or what can we do to build on to get them to where they wanted to get to?
Excellent. And you mentioned liking to take over a small school program, build it back up. Struggled a little bit last year. The Pirates did. What do you have coming back this season?
We've got 2 seniors on the team, Nick Hicks and Sean Green. Nick played quite a little bit the last few years of varsity action, so he's kind of the guy we've been leaning on as far as leading drills and defensive aggression, that kind of stuff. I've got a couple juniors that have played a little bit of action here and there. I've got a sophomore who started last year in Eli Charlton, and then we've got 4 freshmen that are filling the rest of the spots. And we'll take some lumps this year. It's hard to go from an 8th grade game speed to a high school varsity game speed. So it'll take us a little while to get there, but we'll be all right by the end of the season.
And it's good when you've got that youth, because they're going to be there for a few more years.
That's correct.
And get better and better and better. And, as we talked about, you've got 4 seniors, really stud girls over the last few years. So tell us about them, who they are and what they do.
So my point guard is Brooklyn Dugan. She's an excellent playmaker. She kind of keeps us going and keeps the offense rolling. Then my shooting guard is Addison Ratliff. She was a great shooter last year, and I think she might even be better this year. She doesn't miss a whole lot.
Right.
And then at my forward position is India Willis, which, there's not much introduction for her. She's her stats have just continued to pile up. She's knocking on the door 2,000 points. She is the real deal.
Yeah.
Then I have Emma Seaholm, which is my final senior. She cleans up the glass for us. She runs the floor. She's probably my defensive specialist. She does a lot for us behind the scenes. And then I'm starting a sophomore, Ava Willis, to round off the rest of that starting 5.
Right.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, not to jinx anything, but Brooklyn is on the verge of her 1,000th point. Hopefully get that tonight.
Absolutely. So. It's pretty amazing when you can reel off, a group of girls with stats like that, and not just one, but several of them. That's pretty fascinating, and especially at a tiny school like Macks Creek, where all that is coming together kind of at the same time. So that's pretty cool. And again, we're really excited because we're doing a doubleheader here on Lake TV when you guys, Macks Creek, are at Climax Springs. A little bit of a rivalry there. There's a few of them on the schedule.
That's
right?
what we've heard. That's what we've heard. And that small gym and just the atmosphere there, that's exciting already. I mean, it's down the road a little ways, but we're excited about it already.
And I think Mountain Grove is another good rivalry for Macks Creek, I think.
Walnut Grove, yeah.
Walnut Grove, that's right. All right, so we'll be talking more about Macks Creek basketball with the head coaches when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Being close to the water makes you more you. It's where the great unknown brings clarity. And letting go is how you really get going. Because only when you're on a Yamaha Wave Runner do you truly discover what you're made of.
Visit Surdyke Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're right in the middle of our Black Friday extravaganza, which goes on all month long. We've got great sale items with new doorbusters being added every week. You need to come check them out, and then don't forget, we have 0% interest for 36 months, and you can take it up all the way to 60 months on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture for the big Black Friday extravaganza.
Hi, honey. It's your mom. I know you're probably working, but I just saw on the news that 3 people die in car crashes every day in Missouri. I just think about you driving around, and it makes me so worried. So buckle your seatbelt, don't look at your phone, and don't speed. And I know you know this, but please always drive sober. You're a good kid. Just be safe, okay? Mom loves you. Okay, bye.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're talking about the Macks Creek Pirates and Lady Pirates, 2 new coaches this year for Macks Creek. So Mike Phillips taking over the men's program and Cody Weaver taking over the ladies program. What is a successful season to you in high school basketball? It's not all about the wins and the losses, right?
No, I mean, that's always the end goal for every team, I think. But I think, I've been doing this for a while now, and just building the relationships, having the kids kind of see their growth, that's always an important part. Making sure the community's proud of the product that we put out. I think that's always a big important part too, to make it successful. And just, having those kids call you later on in life. I had one text me this morning, a kid that I hadn't coached for 15, 20 years, texted me this morning just to shoot out happy birthday to me and stuff. Wow. Just let me know, So just having those relationships are pretty important as you get older and you get more of an experienced coach. I think those are really important. I think everybody wants to win every game, but if you're learning and getting better, I think that's the main goal.
That is key. That's really cool, though, that you have those kids that call you back after all those years.
Right. It's
like
pretty
that.
Nice. It's a good feeling.
See, and you're on the other side of it. You're just getting started. Mm-hmm. But what's a successful season for you?
He pretty much summed it up. At the end of the day, as long as they understand how much, as a coach, we care about each player as individuals rather than just basketball players, and to watch them grow and, especially because I had junior high this year as well, to getting to watch kids grow from junior high and go through their high school career and then turn into adults. That's the greatest part about coaching, I think. And I got to do that as an assistant with the boys at Niangua. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's what a successful season is watching them grow into young men and women and contribute the way you would like them to contribute in society,
Yeah. I don't know who said it. There was somebody important that said it a while back, that coaching has more influence over kids than almost anything else in society, including parenting, unfortunately, in some situation. What comes first for you guys as a head coach? Is it teaching or is it motivating?
I've been really lucky with Macks Creek boys. They were motivated before I got there. I mean, it's a good group of kids. All of them are yes, sir, no, sir. They get in the gym and they work hard for me. So motivation's really not been a problem for me at all. So we've been teaching the game a little bit, not just X's and O's, but why it's important to do this. We've been talking a little bit about hockey assist. You know, you don't have to be the guy who makes the pass to the guy. You got to be the guy who leads the team into that shot. So we've been trying to talk about the team and building that culture that's going to be hopefully a winning culture down the road, but just definitely we want to teach as much as possible. And like you said, we're around the kids a lot. So the more we can put out there, the more information they get, then they can choose what they want to keep and what's going to work for them.
Yeah, absolutely. How about for you, teaching or motivating? What comes first?
I think, especially with these 4 seniors this year, you know, I had a little bit of a unique transition, but I think relationship building comes before motivation or teaching. You know, I had to get them bought in and build those relationships with each one of those players to even be able to motivate them for this season and then in return be able to teach. So I think the relationship building part was probably my most important thing, first thing when I got here.
Right. And that's probably one of the differences too between coaching boys and girls, right? I mean, you probably don't coach them the same way, a little different, different in motivations and things like that. What does a kid have to do to be a good high school basketball player? What makes a good high school basketball player?
Wow. There's a lot of things.
All these deep philosophical questions.
Right.
Good high school basketball. I think hard work, dedication to the sport, and then you put that with basketball IQ. I think if a player has a high basketball IQ, especially in high school level, that is the difference maker for if you have a great team or a bad team.
Right.
Really. And then you add that IQ to skill development. I think skill development is a big part of today's basketball as well.
You know, and a lot of that, you know, you hear announcers say, oh, they're a gym rat. Right. You know, they're a coach's kid. A lot of that comes with just being in the gym a lot or being around the game a lot, I'm guessing, right?
We talk about game shots at game speed. I've got a lot of kids that come in the mornings before school and shoot and stay late after practice and shoot. But those game shots at game speed, I think that's the biggest thing. I remember growing up 100 years ago, you know, just being in the gym meant something. And now it's advanced to being in the gym and you know, getting that sweat because you're working hard at whatever it is, ball handling or shooting or whatever it is. But it's all at game speed. And I think it was Michael Jordan had the quote, I wanted practices to be hard so that games were easy, you know. So we talk about that a lot. The harder we work in practice, the easier it'll be in a game. So I think those kids that put in the extra time make a lot of it. But like Coach said, I really think basketball IQ, studying the game. We talk about watching college games and NBA games just to see what kind of offenses they're running, not just seeing who scores 40 points, but what are they running and how they get open, that kind of stuff. Being able to explain that makes that kid a better player.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very cool. Okay, we're into the holiday season. So Christmas food. What is your favorite Christmas food?
I don't know if I've ever thought about that. You know, for Thanksgiving every year, we go to my sister's house. They live down around the Fort Leonard Wood area. And it's right after deer season. So that deer meat she makes is always my favorite. And there's always a little bit left over at Christmas, too. Thanksgiving's the big time because I got to share it with my kids. But at Christmas time, she always makes me just a little bit, the best deer meat ever. She does a great job of frying it up. I'd say my sister's deer meat's probably my favorite.
There you go. What's your favorite Christmas food?
Mom's potato casserole. It's really a hash brown casserole, but I don't know. She does something to it that makes it special. I love Mom's
As only
potato
Mom
casserole.
can, right? Wow, that's cool. That's good. Deer meat and Mom's casserole. Don't you just love that? So, well, guys, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the time.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.
You bet. The two new head coaches at Macks Creek, the Pirates, and again, we'll have the Pirates doubleheader at Climax Springs here on Lake TV. Thank you for joining us for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.
You're watching Lake TV.